welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with the monthly closeout for May, and it's not pretty, guys. I spent so much that I not only spent all of the saving sweet money pretty much, but even more than that. So I had to pull from other categories. Yeah, let's get into it. So for starters, I'm just going to use some of my gas money here to cover this $7.67 in overspending for my husband's gas. So we're going to move $7.67 to my husband's gas. And then we are going to cover the groceries with saving sweep. And yeah, guys, look at this. $1,956.85 for groceries. Now, I will say there is 6 to 7 of us in this house most nights and days right now, so I am feeding a lot of people, but that's still crazy. That is still crazy. And also, this also includes like household goods like paper towels, napkins, toilet paper, shampoo, cleaning supplies, all that stuff. I don't separate that out. So that is incorporated into that, but still. I really need to get that down. But like, I'm just so focused on health right now and still trying to put out the YouTube videos and everything that it's just like something's got to give somewhere because I don't have the bandwidth for it all. But yeah. But anyway, we're going to cover that with saving sweep. So we overspent on groceries by $966.85. So I'm going to pay for groceries with that. Okay. And I do want to still be able to do savings challenges, so I'm going to leave the savings sweep where it is for now. And we're going to come down here to the sinking funds area. And what I decided was that I have quite a bit of money in Mother's Day and Father's Day. So I'm just going to use that money to try to cover some of the overspending that we did out of sinking funds. So my daughter's crew, we were overspent by $49. She had a cookie fundraiser. I had to pay for parking for one of her races. So, what was that? $49 even. Okay, so we are going to move $49 to my daughter's crew. And then for restaurant and entertainment, we are over by $298.76. This was a big month for us. So in May, we have 3 birthdays. My husband, my daughter, and my son all have birthdays. And in addition to that, my daughter graduated from college, so we went out to dinner for that. And then we had 2 milestone birthdays, I should add, because my daughter turned 21 and my husband turned 50. So yeah, there was a lot of going out celebrations during that time, and I'm okay with that. I'm honestly okay with that. You gotta be able to have a little fun and celebrate. So I'm going to move money from Mother's Day to cover that. So that's $298.76. And we are overspent by $49.30 for my son's lacrosse. I believe this was for his cup. Let's see. My husband got him a hoodie, but he gave the money so that he bought that out of his pocket money that didn't go over. And we signed my son up for a summer camp for lacrosse. And yeah, his cup was $84, and that's put us over. So $49.30. So I'm going to also cover that from Mother's Day. So much for having some kind of really nice, special, big Mother's Day celebration at some point. That was where my thought process was as the money built up in there. It wasn't intentional, but then it started to build, and so I was like, well, maybe we'll take a spa day or something like that or whatever. But yeah, not happening, at least not in the near future, because we're bringing that back down to reality. And what else do we have? We have overspent in birthdays, $47.61. So I will bring that down from Mother's Day as well. Okay, and then for school events, we are overspent by $14. My son had a field trip, and that was $50. And then the 8th grade dance, it was a $10 fee. So, and that put us over by $14 in school events. So I'm going to cover that with Mother's Day also. Okay, and that brings Mother's Day's balance down to $99.15, which I'm fine with because Mother's Day has passed and we have a whole year, so we're good. And you're probably wondering why I brought in Father's Day. Well, because for birthdays, typically, I should probably just increase this, but I don't. We say we're going to spend $50 per person. That doesn't seem to happen. So my husband made a purchase for his birthday and he saved up this money. So his $50 allowance went towards it, and then he gave cash for the rest of this. So, yeah, that he had been saving up. He treated himself with his little savings. Like anytime we get birthday money or gift money, whoops, just knocked the book down, or anything like that, he usually just saves it, and so that's what he did. My daughter's birthday gift was $113.77, and my son wanted a Lego set, which was $162.51. Guys, why are Legos so friggin' expensive? Like, that, there's just no words for it. It really isn't. But he's 14, and it's like the only thing he does. Like, he's not into clothes, could care less. I mean, the kid would go with, like, no idea. Sometimes I look at him leaving in the morning and I'm like, what are you wearing? But whatever. So he doesn't, it just is what it is. I don't know. But I think that's crazy for that amount of money. He's not a gamer. He doesn't play video games. It's just what he likes to do. So I don't know. I still think they're crazy expensive. But being that we only normally typically budget $50 for birthdays, my husband's was already accounted for. But I know I put notes in here. Where'd they go? Yes. In order to stay on track with everyone else's birthdays, we would have to replenish $176.28. So that's where Father's Day is going to come into play, and we're going to move $176.28 from Father's Day to birthdays. Just so that going forward, I think I'm the next one. This is just our household, like the people in our household, the seven of us. Um, that we will be on track, sort of. I say sort of because I think my husband and I, with the exception of his 50th birthday and him saving all that money and using it to buy something really big that he wanted, we usually stick to our budget and just get the $50 item. But the kids, I don't know, maybe I should increase that because we never stick to it. But anyway, now we are all, everything is taken care of, it looks like. All of our overspending is dealt with. And we can look at the spending that we've done for the month, which isn't pretty. Okay, so total for the month we spent $10,887.96. If we come to monthly fixed bills, that was $4,145.29. The bulk of that is our mortgage, which is $2,614.74. Then we have car insurance, which is $392.63, which will be changing for us in the very near future because my daughter is in the process of buying a car. A used car, a new to her car. But that will mean that she is no longer going to be paying the car insurance on the, I say in quotes, even though you can't see me, kid car. And she will be paying the insurance on her car, which means that the kid car defaults back to my husband and I to pay for because my other daughter won't be 16 until September. And then she'll have that car, which she needs to learn how to drive on, and then it'll be her car, and for the time being, and so on. So, we are going to be having some insurance changes going on because she already paid us for the kid car insurance up until October, but when this new car gets put on our insurance, we'll have to do some adjusting, obviously give her back her prorated amount, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But it was necessary because she's going to need a car at college. She's got an internship lined up for next spring already. And plus, one of the things she wasn't really able to do this semester was the VITA program. So, for the last 2 years in high school, she prepared tax returns for low income people through our school district. We have a program that she participated in, and they have that same program up at her current college, but there's no way to get there. And it just, she wanted to do it, she signed up to do it, but she just had no way to get back and forth to the place where they were doing it. So she's hoping she can be able to do that um, in next spring also. And yeah, it'll just something that was needed. She's hoping to even pick up a fall internship, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's just expensive. Kids are expensive. I feel like there's no way around it. Um, Next, we have our electric bill, which was $280. Our dental insurance, which is $223.84. My husband's life insurance policy, which is $200.01. Cell phones, which is $137. The water bill was $122.33 this month. Internet was $100.56. My life insurance was $49.18, and Easy Pass was $25. And all of that totaled $4,145.29 for monthly fixed expenses. When we move into weekly expenses, here it is, guys. This is just, look at this. Yeah, this is just not acceptable. It's just not. And I don't even know. I don't even know what to do there. I mean, I know what to do, but it would require me to really put a lot more effort and energy into meal planning, strategy, and all of that. And I already kind of am doing that, but for a different purpose, for health reasons. And so it's kind of like I'm still trying to find the new normal with all of that and building out new recipes, and just we're really changing our whole diet. And so I feel like splitting the bandwidth in those two different directions is just, I don't know. I was hoping that, we would find our groove with some new recipes and things like that, and then kind of settle in, and then I could shift to how can I make this more cost effective, but we haven't gotten there yet. I don't know. It's mind blowing. Mind blowing. Because, another thing that's mind blowing about it is I shop online and I do grocery pickup. And when I first started this, I literally would have like two carts, and two people bring out two carts full of stuff to me. And we were staying under budget. And I budget $9.90 a month. And now there are times where they bring out a mini cart. You know those little mini carts? I mean, that and I'm like, a mini cart? Really? I really? And and here I've been feeling good about like the groceries that week. I'm like, wow, I actually stayed towards my normal weekly allowance this week. And then they bring out a mini cart full of groceries, and I'm like, oh boy. It's just mind blowing, the cost of everything. But it is what it is for now. I really do want to get it down. And so yeah, so groceries was $1,956.85. It's insane. My husband's gas was $364.33. And my gas was $131.83 for the month. And all of that combined totaled, $2,452.79. So then if we go to sinking funds, birthdays was $2,074.21. That's not entirely accurate because my husband bought himself something from birthday money that he received, and gift money that he received, and gift money that he had saved. Um, so really that was something he was planning for anyway. So I feel like that wasn't quite accurate. And that was about $1,700, I think, that he spent of that $2,074.21. The other rest of that money is for my two kids' birthdays. For my son's lacrosse, it was $990.14 because we paid for him to go to a camp for the summer, and it's not even for the summer, it's for the week. It's a week of camp. Uh, Normally, we put him in another camp that it technically goes K through 12, this other camp, but last year when we sent him, he was seventh going into eighth grade, and he was one of six kids that were in that range from seventh all the way to 12th. And he ended up, which he didn't mind, he really didn't mind, but he ended up being more of like a junior counselor than really like a, camper. And we paid for that. So he was kind of like helping out with the younger kids and things like that. And so we're like, yeah, it's time to look for something different. And we knew that at the end of the year or after that camp season, but we just didn't really look into it or, get pricing or anything until uh, March is when we started looking, and we were like blown away by the prices. And we were like hesitating, and do we do it? Do we not do it? And we just figured that uh, we're going to do it this year. We're going to see how it goes. There's about 9 other kids from his team also doing it. It's an overnight camp, and we're just going to take it this summer and see and go from there. If he comes home liking it, then I don't know what we'll do. But it's a camp at an army base near us, and the army lacrosse team, they train with the army lacrosse team, which is kind of a cool experience. So we'll see how it goes. The next category was restaurant and entertainment, and we spent $790.20, and that included my husband's 50th, um, my daughter's 21st birthday, my daughter's graduation from college in there, and my son made his confirmation. That's not even including that because he made his confirmation on March 31st, and that probably won't reflect until next month. But what else did we have? Mother's Day was in there. So a lot of stuff going on in the month of May. But yeah, $790.20 for restaurants and entertainment. For Mother's Day, we spent $125.95. Clothing, we spent $63.15. School events, we spent $60. For my daughter's crew, we spent $49. Tithe was $30. Doctor's copays was $25. Dog food was $24.79. Yard maintenance was $21.34. Car repairs for my husband's car was $15.60. Personal purchases for myself was $12.93. I ordered some things off of Etsy. School supplies, $8.39. Index cards. That was the index cards we ordered from Amazon. Remember, like last month, my husband went on the hunt and he paid, I don't even remember, it was some crazy amount for like 50 index cards from CVS. And this was like 500 index cards, and it was like half the cost. But anyway, Medicine RX. Let's see. Oh, that was my vitamins. $3.63. And I'm not sure why these are popping up because they have 0 on there, but yeah. So all of that totaled $4,289.88. Like I said, though, about 1,700 of that was money that my husband had, gift money that he had gotten and made his big 50th birthday purchase. So, I mean, I don't know if you include, I mean, I guess you include it, right? He spent it, but it didn't necessarily come out of our budget per se. And so, yeah, so altogether for the whole month, it was $10,887.96. And I just need to, I really need to rein in the groceries. I need to get it together over there. And I'm hoping that now that the kids sports and all that craziness is coming to a close, I can really do a deeper dive into, compiling our new little recipe rotation. And then once I have that, I feel like then I can be more specific about like shopping sales. But it's a little hard to shop sales when you're still trying to figure out the foods that are going to fit into your diet. So I don't know. But yeah, that's just crazy. And mind blowing. I mean, I'm grateful that we're able to do it, but it just it's just baffling. But that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.